Oh, that crap.
I mean, the CEI had like 12 different models.
Okay, I apologize. The recording wasn't going. So the conversation we just had about failed game consoles and things just got lost into the sub-ether. Oh well.
Right.
I think the world can live without it. Basically, Valve's making a game console, and we just started ranting about it.
No, they're making a mini PC that pretty much all PC carriers are already, all PC OEMs are already making.
But it will be Valve brand, and it will have the official Steam seal of approval.
It doesn't make any sense.
It only makes sense if you buy the logic you are putting forth that, you know, they're afraid Microsoft and Apple are going to lock them out and basically shoot their platforms into the ground by pissing off all the loyal gamers.
If I know Apple and Microsoft, they both have, you know, continually piss off a lot of people, and as well as gamers before.
Okay.
So, I don't think they have a conscience when it comes to that.
Really bad.
Yeah, Ben hasn't said anything on this. He's just been sitting back.
No, I'm reading something he's typing under REM in the show.
Oh, you know, you can't just say that out loud.
Bit, be fair, Opera didn't either.
Oh. Why he's typing this instead of saying it, I don't know.
He said he had a video he wanted to do on this topic last week or whatever.
Yeah, but
because I don't want to talk over everybody. It'd be interrupted.
No, I like when looking for that video when you started going on that rant after the show. It's like I'm like, I can't wait to see it. You haven't put the video that you said you were gonna put up.
I don't have time, man. It's just like I don't have time to do anything. You can't even go on Twitter, like.
Yeah, the tweets miss you. You left the tweetoscope.
Oh man, I've just been too busy. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? That's just absolute Apple ownage of apocalyptic proportions.
But can we share this with the viewers, or do we have to leave it for you to do in a video?
Well, you can say what it is. You know, you can say what it is. I mean, when we get to RIM, we'll discuss it when we get to RIM. I'm still kind of...
Okay, y'all will find out in a future part when he was just typing here. It's wrong, very wrong, but appropriate.
Let's get into it sooner. So, how about we start from the bottom up this time instead of going from the WTF down?
Okay, sure, why not? I'll let him finish typing. It's getting worse.
Exactly.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure.
Oh, so want to start with Linux Rusty, I guess?
Yeah, hang on. I actually don't know what this growing story is. Let me take a look. Oh! Yeah! You know, this is a funny one. I've seen this prop up a couple of times. I know why this got stuck in here. Okay. Proof that you can use statistics to prove anything. Linux is the world's fastest growing desktop OS. Because, you know, that's the metric that everybody counts. Well, this is being rapidly adopted. You know, it's what Apple brags about. That's what Google brags about. But is anybody else really up 64% in the last 9 months?
64% on the desktop OS market at that.
Exactly. I mean, has anybody else managed to do that?
No, granted, I disagree with the percentage that they say Linux desktop market is sitting at.
Well, and you know, all of us have said that. Even our resident Apple person has acknowledged that that's a bullshit count. Even he doesn't believe it.
I would say it's around. To me, I'd probably say it's around 4 to 6%.
Yeah, the only one that counts at the 4 to 6% is W3, and who's the one other place? I'm trying to remember.
Net apps, but they always count it as like 1% because it's .NET apps.
Right.
And their count's usually around like 1%, 1.6%. It's around there. It's usually what they quote it as.
Yeah, that is something to say. One of these days I would like to see a metric that actually has an accurate count of this stuff.
Yeah, the problem is when the I can't say the OS, when the kernel, when all the working parts of the OS are free, it makes it, and for anybody to download, it makes it a little hard to track.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the usage one is closest, but that doesn't get everything. And
You got it.
but also, I don't like all these systems that get counted as some other OS. You know, that. I honestly want hard metrics because I know this is the fact, but we don't know what percentage exactly. But a system is originally designed for Windows, and there are plenty of Linux OEMs. I mean, they're small niche markets, but like System 76 and so on. But they're importing a system that was a designed for Windows system. And if they didn't intercept it before the design for Windows, even though they're selling a Linux box, it's counted as a Windows box. So it's I don't know how that makes sense, but that's the way the metrics work. It's weird.
It almost sounds like the certification for Windows Vista. I mean,
You mean 8?
no, yeah, same deal though.
Yeah.
You gotta have the same debacle, I think.
Okay, one other little bit of Lindium. Okay, all three of you. What the devil do you think about these thumb drive computer systems that are being popped out?
Okay, if you're talking about the particular one you have on here, the cotton candy, $200 is more than I'm willing to pay. However, something for like the Raspberry Pi, which is 25 to 35.
Yeah, those are cool. I know.
You're putting my HTPC on a thumb drive. That's how I view it.
Just reminds me of the old days of PC on a card, man.
Exactly. And to me, with all the...
That's how the old Macintoshes ran Windows. Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
With all the new, I don't want to call them smart TVs, but all the TVs that have USB ports essentially.
And I swear they're designing it for, they're doing that for things like this. I don't really want a USB port on my TV, but I know that's why they're coming out for all these little USB stick system on solution things we're coming out with.
Yeah, so to me, I just view them as, oh cool, my HTPC went from, a laptop or a, mini tower to ARM-based thumb drive.
I don't know about the choice on these. I mean, I wish they had more choices than Ubuntu or Android 4.0. Because I can see it being a pain in the butt to install a different OS on a USB thumb device.
Well, I know Arch is available for the Raspberry Pi. And there's another distro that has a specific build that it's a RPM-based distro.
I just remember back in the day when about, I don't know, 550 megabytes was in a gigantic hard drive.
No, I remember back in the day, God, I have one of these in a closet somewhere. I have a 5.5-inch hard drive that is a blazing 2 megabytes in size. And it was just, it went next to my B drive.
It's weird. The hard drives, the more space that they hold, the smaller they get.
We're coming up on limits on that, where they're going to start getting bigger again.
I'm going to say that they're hitting that terabyte edge now. For the
I want that giant concrete hard drive that you can toss in somebody's face and hurt them, and then claim it's self-defense when the cops ask what the hell happened.
Well, you know what's really bad about this? I mean, we're talking about how you know, data sizes and stuff. Y'all remember those? I want to say IBM made them. They were like slightly bigger than a record. They were a blazing gigabyte.
Paid like $15,000.
It was more than that. Do you remember the ones I'm talking about there?
I don't remember them being a gig, but I remember those old hard drives that took up, I don't know, 2/3 of the computer.
Oh no, I'm talking about the ones that were like bigger than most of our computers today. They were like, my proportions are going to be a little off because I was a lot smaller, but they were, I'll see if I can find a picture of them or something to cut in. They were big. They were like bigger than a record. Like a, yeah, they were.
No, I haven't seen those.
Okay. I don't know. It's an interesting idea, but I'm with you guys. This needs to be something like a $20 to $50 thing, not a $200 thing. $199. No, I don't see there being much of a market for this except with geeks.
Yeah, they should be selling that at $200. That's way overpriced.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, do y'all think 20 to 50 is fair, or you think really $9.99?
It has to be where it's still impulse. I'd say anything over 50 is beyond impulse buy level.
Yeah.
That's really what it boils down to.
Okay. Yeah. Well, and I mean at
I'm reading all this anonymous stuff.
We're at the bottom of the list, man. We're gonna get to the top in a minute. Because you started at the bottom with all your Gore-Texy and Apple stuff.
It's weird. It's just funny that we can now fit an entire OS on a stick now.
Well, we've been able to do that for a while.
I know.
I mean, I've had live USBs of my Linux box for, God.
Did that back in the 80s?
Some of them, yeah, some embedded systems for sure.
True.
I mean, a lot of OSs function with a lot less RAM and a lot less storage. You're forgetting, you know, we were really counting kilobytes back then.
Yeah.
So technically speaking, a lot, almost all of them, I guess you could say.
Well, but okay, we should add a caveat to that you can fit a modern OS.
Well, but that was modern for the time. If we go back in time, I mean, I guess I don't understand the question.
No. These are OSs that are used today.
Well, you couldn't go back in time with today's OS. What do you mean?
The OS that's on this thing is, you know, Ubuntu, Linux, or Android 4.0. Right. It's
okay. And how? What's its footprint?
What do you mean? What's its footprint?
The size that it takes up on the thumb drive.
You know, they don't actually say. My guess would be what it typically takes up. I mean, they got 8 to 16 gig thumb drives now, and that's really all the space you need.
I mean, are we discussing footprint size that they can run, or that the ability that they can run from the USB, or
that it's that it's a system on chip device thing that's small today, because that is what it is. You know?
Like I said, the Macintosh ran Windows on a small card that you pretty much put in the Mac on many of their systems, and that's how you could run the Macintosh system and then a Windows system.
Yeah, but that was a system that was less than 200 megahertz on a card.
Yeah, but what I guess are you asking? Can you take a modern OS that requires a tremendous amount of more hardware than our older software did, and put it on older hardware? No. I mean, yeah, today's software and kernel layers look for things that I don't even know if you could get much of the EFI to even boot up on. But if you're talking about, okay, how long has it been that we've had smaller OSs and things like that that could fit on relatively small storage devices? Well, a long time.
Well, I personally think it just proves that RISC kicks ass. That you can do this with a little ARM processor, and it's actually a decentish system. Because you would never be able to do that with the inefficiencies of x86. Oh, you erased all your oh no, you moved them. It's like, I must say, I know you didn't erase all those little comments you were typing there about the thing. You did. You got rid of them.
What?
All your little stuff after RIM kicks ass.
Oh, because we'll just say it.
Well, it's because a couple of the articles that are linked under Apple or for Apple have something to do with the whole RIM rant.
Okay.